Man, athletes love to gamble. They do. I mean, let's not even say athletes, right? Those of us with money, not everybody, okay? Not everybody. But one of the amigos got murdered during a gambling session.
Real life. It ain't real life. Just ain't real life. Street Starz. You know what time it is.
You stay doing the work for the people. Again, I was with you. I saw what you do for the community. Big up to you and your whole team. Is there any update on that? Is there anything that anybody that supports you can do to help or anything like that?
Well, funny you should say that, man. For anybody who is watching, check out Public Justice. A lot of people don't know that there's a nonprofit law firm out there that really does a great job at supporting things like the Black farmers. When all the other farmers got aid, Black farmers didn't get the same funding and didn't get the same assistance. Well, Public Justice, along with several other law firms, jumped in and helped out. And right now, with whether you're the LGBTQ community or you are a federal employee, Public Justice and other law firms have jumped in to support the community. So, and water contamination in the hood. So, great organization. I ask you to check it out, and you can become a member for as little as $25 in support.
That's dope. That's dope. Last time you were on here, man, you broke down a lot of things that actually we're starting to see the progression of it, right? Mm-hmm. One of those things, and I want to touch on this, was the NBA, right? You kind of eloquently broke down the NBA scandal, what could happen, what couldn't happen. Is there an update that you've seen on, we haven't really heard anything about the Chauncey Billups per se, but is there anything that you've seen personally that you can touch on or update?
I think right now it's in the simmer process, right? Because I told you they have what is deemed as the mob that's involved in this, and then you have these basketball players. I think all of them have pled not guilty to these cases, but the evidence is pretty damaging. If you were in this room and you knew that these tables were electronically rigged, the cards, if you knew any of that was happening and you invited these people, it's going to be really hard for you to kind of back out of that and say that you had clean hands. And so I'll use that term a lot. Clean hands means basically, in the legal term, that you didn't have anything to do with this. You didn't help it progress. You didn't initiate it. And so therefore you have clean hands in that regard. And it's going to be really difficult for them to say that on this level, on that level. But I am really curious to see if it goes outside of that network of quote unquote mobsters that were involved.
One of the theories that Gilbert Arenas threw out there was that the Mafia end up flipping some of these guys when they were just playing regularly. Like they might have came in there playing regularly and got duped by one of these quote unquote Mafia guys and then kind of got drawn into the system unknowingly. Do you buy that, or do you feel like they sought out to do this?
I don't think they sought out. I think we talked about it last time, right? I mean, let's just be honest. The average person is susceptible to being introduced into the lifestyle. And the Black community, who do we idolize, right? In the 80s and 90s, everyone had a Scarface poster. We still buy Scarface shirts. And so when you think, and we like The Godfather, and when one of these individuals come in and you know that they are part of that life, you get intrigued. And so, and I talked about it as far as, anything that is nefarious, is that you step into a room and there's money, drugs, and women running around. And for women, guys with money walking around. You start creating that atmosphere of as we say, things popping off.
Right.
And so I think when you get it, those guys, when they get into that room, right? I'm a superstar here, but now I'm rolling with these guys. Like I'm invincible in a sense. Like you can't mess with me, right? Someone says something smart to me. I'm telling my man John, and all of a sudden, they not around anymore, or they're not harassing me anymore.
Yeah.
So that's that lure that get people caught up all the time.
I'm just curious, you being in the positions you're in, right? What is one of the craziest gambling scenarios you've seen?
Hypothetically.
Allegedly.
Man, athletes love to gamble. They do. I mean, let's not even say athletes, right? Those of us with money, not everybody, okay? Not everybody. But one of the amigos got murdered during a gambling session. Right? And so it's just something about that culture. And I mean, all of us at some point was introduced to gambling, right? Unless you just completely squared off and away from everyone in the community. But it started off with us throwing who can get to the closest to the wall with a penny, then a quarter, then a nickel. Then somebody's brother introduced them to dice. They introduced us to dice. Then it goes from us playing spade.
Yeah.
And then it just this transformation in moving forward in gambling habits. I don't personally gamble on anything but me because I always win. So
that should be on a shirt.
Yeah.
if I have to spend money on gambling on something, I'm gonna spend it on me versus, spending on a game of chance.
I just got just one last question on that gambling thing. With the fact that gambling is moving to the phones, I mean, we're sports gambling right here before you got in here, right? It's just so easy. Do you foresee a day where it's going to render Vegas obsolete?
No. It's you can. All right, don't kill me on this one. You can get porn on your phone.
Yeah.
But that ain't gonna never stop people from going to the strip club.
I don't know. The strip club ain't as packed as it. It's like if you were to play back like what it was back then versus now, you could see even like the baddest girls don't be stripping no more. They're making so much money
on the
making so much money online. They don't.
You're right about that. You're right about it. But there's still that need to be
in person.
That to be in the space.
Yeah.
Right? It's that need to be in the space.
Unless there's like second COVID, then then it's gonna get worse.
Look here, man. COVID couldn't even stop it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
COVID couldn't stop it.
You're right. They was trying to figure it out, boy.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just always that need to be in the room and to touch those chips, to touch the cards. I'm the worst gambler because I wanted to place a bet on Texas A&M making it to the CFP. The odds were 3,000 to 1. I was going to bet $1,000. But I don't know how to bet. And so then we beat Notre Dame, and then after that, now chances are probably a good 70% that we're gonna make it. So I'm the worst gambler out there because I don't really know how.
Right.
Shout out RealLyfe Street Starz, nigga. Move it. Hey.